Tonight, we are starting our effort to stop the calls, those annoying robocalls. We've heard from many of you who have had it with them and want people in power to do something about it. To start, we want you to send us an email about your robocall experience. Send a message to robocalls@WGRZ.com, and we will send those messages to our elected leaders in Washington.
Yeah, we are asking you to send us the email because, let's face it, getting a ton of phone calls can be annoying. It is for all of us. 2 on your side, Steve Brown shows us just how big of a problem this is in our area and why it is so difficult to stop robocallers from finding your phone.
Everybody's least favorite phone call, robocalls.
I hate robocalls.
So annoying. I probably get like 6 calls a day.
Every day. And you rush to the phone only to find out that it's a waste of your time.
Every single time they call me, I block the number and they just call from a different number.
Now what I'm going to tell you next is just staggering. Umail, a spam and robocall blocking app, estimates the number of robocalls to Buffalo phones in the last 5 years, almost 1.8 billion. Now robocalls can be useful, like the ones from a school or your doctor or a pharmacy, but you sign up for those and that's where the legal line is drawn. If you get a robocall and someone's trying to sell you something or get money from you, that's illegal. And for those that get caught, it can get quite expensive. Last December, Dish Network agreed to pay the U.S. government and 4 states a total of $280 million for its illegal robocalls. But catching robocallers can be challenging.
Many robocall operations originate overseas.
Will Maxon is with the Federal Trade Commission.
When someone is located outside the United States, we don't have as many tools in our arsenal because we don't have international law enforcement authority.
And thanks to advancements in technology, using the internet to generate robocalls has become very cheap.
With $100, you can make tens of thousands of calls easily. Maybe into the hundreds of thousands, depending on the length of them.
Michael Self is CEO of Phone Fusion, a tech communications company, but in the 1990s, he wrote computer code for political robocalls. This reformed robocaller says because an operation can make millions of calls on the cheap, they don't have to be terribly successful to be profitable.
And if you just get a 0.01% rate of people that start to take that message seriously, and of those, if just 1% of those progress to the next step, so what if you made 3, 4, 5, 6 million calls and you got 4, 5, 6 on the line that you take for a couple hundred or $1,000 or whatever you did, you've scored pretty big. And the phone bill for that, hundreds of dollars.
So recapping, robocalls are super annoying, super cheap, and super hard to catch the robocallers. So what do you do to protect yourself? Here's what the Federal Trade Commission has told us. It's sort of a do not list. First, register your number on the do not call list at donotcall.gov. If you do not recognize a number, do not answer the call. If you pick up and hear a recording, hang up. Do not punch a number or ask to speak with someone to ask to be taken off their call list. The more you engage, the more likely they are to call you again. We'll have much more reporting on robocalls coming up on the week of May 10th. In the meantime, we want your robocall stories and recordings if you have them. Please email us at robocalls@WGRZ.com. In Buffalo, Steve Brown, Channel 2 News.
The tricky part is when the robocalls have a 716 area code. Is it Elliot's school or is it a doctor's office? You want to pick it up.
That's spoofing, where they pretend to be that number when in reality they're not. I'm going to need to set aside about 48 hours to write my email to Steve, but I'll be doing it because I have lots of complaining to do.